Hi, I'm Paul Riley. Welcome to TorontoNews24.com, where we do Toronto in 3 minutes. This week we look at all-time record temperatures, one of Toronto's all-time favorite politicians, and perhaps the all-time most despicable crime ever. But first, it's not June, it only felt that way. This week Toronto saw record temperatures and people were only too happy to bask in it. Almost a week straight of unseasonably warm temperatures peaked on Friday with the warmest March 19th since they started keeping track of such things back in 1938. The previous record of 14.2 degrees was set in 1986. Friday's temperatures reached 18 degrees Celsius.
It's incredible. It's fantastic. I'm loving it.
Environment Canada says the summer ahead should be warmer and drier than usual. The front runner in Toronto's race for mayor, George Smitherman, says Toronto is great, but it's been underachieving. Smitherman feels he's the guy that can get the city living up to its potential.
I think better planning can help to erase some of those stories. That's kind of like a foundation responsibility that I would have to dedicate a lot of time to. I think that one of the things that the city has to do a better job around is development, economic development, not buildings per se, but the things that we do to create more jobs in the city of Toronto. The population in Toronto is growing, but the number of jobs is not growing in the same way.
Progressive Conservative MPP Bill Murdoch doesn't think Toronto's so hot. He says Toronto should become its own province. Murdoch says too much of what happens at Queen's Park is dictated by what is just good for Toronto. He feels other parts of Ontario suffers because of those decisions. And in the Too Cowardly for Words department, take a look at these two guys. They are suspected with going floor to floor in Toronto East General Hospital looking for people to rob. Allegedly, they found a dying woman and stole $7,000 worth of jewelry from beside her bed. One of them has been arrested and charged by police, the other still being pursued. And finally this week, Canadian Music Week wrapped up, and we thought we'd leave you with some of the sights and sounds. I'll see you next week.